Welcome back to the Cryptoverse, guys. My name is Brandon and I am back with another video for you guys today. So instead of talking about one altcoin today, we're going to talk about a bunch of different altcoins today because there's finally some green in the market. After all of this time of seeing blood in the market, it's finally some green, but we do not want to get our hopes up just yet. We want to wait for confirmation before we start to get too excited, and then we let the FOMO take over and we start to put our money into positions just out of FOMO and fear of missing out. So with that being said, guys, let's roll the intro and let's check out some of these green charts. Welcome to the Cryptoverse, guys. So as you can see, the market is currently up 12% right now, sitting at a 1.5 trillion market cap. The Bitcoin dominance is up 47.4%, and ETH dominance is still stuck sitting at 17.9%. It was around like 17.5 a couple days ago. And then if we were to just check out, Bitcoin is up almost 30% for the week, which is a good sign. A lot of coins for the week have been doing massive. Ethereum is almost up 30%. Binance is up 12%. Cardano up almost 20%. XRP almost up 20%. Dogecoin is also almost up 30%. Polkadot almost up 30%. Uniswap almost up 30%. So as you guys can see, even Chainlink up 30%, 32%. And then Polygon is up 50%. So as you guys can see, a lot of coins are doing very, very well this week. Axie Infinity has just been ripping it up 116%. AMP almost up 100%. Telecoin is almost up 83%. So as you guys can see, Luna, also one that I said will do pretty good for July, it's up 51% this week. So a lot of coins are doing very, very well this week. So let's hop into some of the charts and see what's actually going on for these weekly charts. So HarmonyOne is one that I always want to check out. So last week candle, we had a nice little push down, and then we ended up closing up pretty high on some, pretty low volume. Like to see more volume come in, so hopefully we see some more volume come in for this week. But as of right now, we're pushing up pretty hard for this week of candle. We still have 6 days left in this candle that just started, and then for this trend here, this downtrend here that's started after, that formed after May 21st or 24th. We're almost breaking that here. If we were to break this, that would be one sign of confirmation that we could use to potentially use as a sign of reversal. But here we're still below the 20 moving average for the weekly chart for HarmonyOne. And then if we were to go zoom into the daily time frame and see what's going on under the hood here, as you guys can see, we had a lot of days down. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days down in a row on some pretty volume was dropping off on the way down, and then here volume starts to increase on the way up. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 days up in a row, and then yesterday kind of invalidated the 5th day when we got an inside bar. I tweeted that this was almost a down bar, but it closed at the same low as this bar, so I don't consider that a down bar. I consider those insides because the closes were the same and the high was below this high, so I consider that an inside bar. And as you see for yesterday's bar, we ended up getting pushed off of the 20 moving average for HarmonyOne, but the volume came in massively for today. Looks like we're button heads with the trend line here, got pushed off of it, and now we're trying to get back above the 200 moving average. We are currently sitting above the 50 moving average and also sitting above the 20 moving average, which are both in this area here, which is a good sign. We want to see us break this trend here, break this trend line here, and then start to break some of these tops to give us some confirmation that things are starting to look up, and maybe we continue to push up to break some of these prices back here at 12 cent and 11 cent, because once we start to see that, that will be a good sign. So for HarmonyOne, things are looking pretty good. Volume starting to increase. So let's move on to the next coin. The next coin is Cosmos. Cosmos is one that I'm looking at for July. It had a good start for July, but then it started to drop off as Bitcoin, came closer and closer to that, 30K point. It had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 days down in a row. Not as much as Harmony. Harmony has 7 days down in a row, but Cosmos had 4. And then now here we got 1, 2, and then so only 2 days up, but the volume is starting to come in also. And then here we got this outside bar, so we can't really tell what's going to happen at the moment. But for Cosmos, we're in the middle of an area of value that I'm looking at. And in the swings, we made a higher low. Also, we had a low here, and then we have the higher low that comes in here. We want to see this high here start to get broken to give us some confirmation, or even start to break some of these highs back here in this range to give us some confirmation. Also, we're back above the 20 and the 50 moving average, like for HarmonyOne. Also, we're sitting here at about $12. We wicked above this resistance level here at $12.73. So we want to get above that, and then you can also throw a trend line on here that, you know, started for the May. We got 3 touches. You know, if we break above this could be used as some, you know, confirmation also to, you know, that's one confirmation. If we break this and then also end up breaking this, then you can use that as 2 confirmation. So you always want to use more than one confirmation to, you know, like, increase your odds. I wouldn't say it gives you a better like chance, but it does increase your odds when you use more than one confirmation together instead of just one at a time. So for Cosmos, let's check the weekly chart and see what's going on. Cosmos, the volume was dropping off last week. We had a nice push down also, like Harmony also, and then we got a nice close. So for this, we got 6 days left. We're in the middle, still above previous wick of last week. Volume still pretty low, still got 6 days left, so we want to see this trend here get broken and break above some of these, you know, previous highs. We still made a higher low for the weekly chart. So Cosmos is looking pretty good still heading into the month of August. Still have a couple days left of this month, but heading into August, these coins are looking pretty good. I want to look at Matic also, because Matic was, you know, a very strong performer before the crash started. So if we're looking here, volume for last week of Matic was pretty high. That's still pretty low volume, but the volume is there. It's starting to come in. As you see, we got the push down also. Then we got a pretty high close. We're back above the 20 moving average for the weekly chart on Matic. Unlike for Harmony, we're still below the 20 moving average for the weekly chart. On Matic, we're above it. We are actually a total of, let's see, a total of 15% above the 20 moving average for the weekly chart on Matic. And if we were to go in to the daily chart, we're also above the 20 moving average for the daily. The volume starting to come in again. You know, we had some increasing volume here, and then, you know, on the way up we start to lose some of it, but it's coming back. We're above the 20 moving average. We're actually butting heads with the 50 moving average. We butted heads and we got pushed down just a little bit. I don't think this move here to the upside is done just yet. I think we still have some more, you know, strength left in this. A lot of the coins are just sitting still right now, waiting to see what's going to happen. But for Matic, it is looking like we potentially could start to break some of these tops back here. As you see, we formed like some consolidation back there, so this would be a level here to break, and then, you know, continue to push up for a strong area of value here, since we, you know, formed some sideways action there. Once we start to break some of these tops, then you can use that as some confirmation also. But the downtrend is still there until we, you know, start to break some of these tops, you know, like June 16th or the May 24th day, which was, or even June 21st. June 21st was a large range candle for a lot of coins on some pretty high volume that, you know, changed the sentiment. So even if we were to get back above this level here, that could be used as some confirmation also. And then the last coin that I want to check at, or actually we'll check 2 more coins. Here's Luna, another coin that I said will do pretty good for the month of July. That trend there is broken, but here's an area of value. We broke out of this area of value on June or July 22nd. I don't know why I keep saying June, but July 22nd we broke out of that on increasing volume, so that is a good sign there. We are actually above the 20 moving average, pretty well off of it. As you see, we are starting to create an angle. Let's see, let's get my ray tool here. So if we go here to there, we are actually starting to make an angle there. You know, that's like a what, 40 degree, 60 degree angle, almost a 90 degree angle. So the strength of this is actually getting nicely pretty strong there for this move here for Luna. And as you guys see, the volume is increasing. So I have 6 days left on this candle. We had a nice wick up to $10. We went past the 200 moving average, and then we got pushed down by some resistance that's sitting here. there's obviously some resistance here since we got pushed off of it. Not much, but there is some there. As you guys can see, we didn't really sit here for too long. We just came down and, you know, established this level here. So I don't think this level here will be too hard to break for Luna, but we just have to wait and see what's going to happen. But we do have these moving averages sitting here, so that could be potentially be the resistance that we are fighting here for this wick here, since we didn't really sit here. So these moving averages are what we potentially are fighting. The 200 moving average is there also. The 100 is there. We're above the 50 and the 20. So those are good signs. We broke this high here. We also formed a higher low from this first point to the second point. We broke this top here, and now we're waiting to come back and break some of these levels over here, which are sitting at $19 and to the $21 range. So that we still have some ways to go before we get there from the current price. That is a total of 100%, almost 130%. So we still have a lot of ways to go. We still have time to be waiting, but you know, the more patient you are, the more you potentially can earn in the market. So that's it for Luna. Luna is also off to a good start. I think Luna is potentially, Luna and Matic are looking the best as of right now. And then if we check out this last coin that I'm looking at, Ravencoin, I actually started mining Ravencoin not too long ago. So this is one that I've been keeping my eye on because, you know, I actually been looking at Ravencoin for a while, but I started mining it. So I just want to, you know, keep track of it and see what's going on. So we actually broke out of a sideways, you know, channel here. We broke out a couple days, actually yesterday we broke out of the sideways actually on July 25th. Volume is increasing on the way up. We still want to see this high get broken here. We broke out of the channel before, and then we got pushed right back into it. That could happen again, and that will also form a double top at this level here, which could potentially push us even lower. Because if you look back here for Ravencoin, we have an area here that we could potentially come back down to if things start to go sideways. And there's an area here that we have back in, you know, 1 cent area that we can also come back to if things go sideways. So we're coming up close to the resistance level of this area of value for this next area. So we want to see this top here get broken. We also did make a higher low, just barely. As you see, this low is barely high. So we made this low, and then we had some flat lows. Then this low came in, and then we made a higher low, just barely. So for the other coins, the lows were, you know, like we had a low, and then we had the low come in a lot higher than the other ones. So I guess you can consider those like a little bit stronger. This one, the low came in, you know, basically right there pretty much. So, and then we just want to see these tops get broken. We're back above the 50 moving average, which is good. We're above the 20 moving average, was also good. And then as you see, the 100 moving average could potentially be coming down to, you know, potentially push us back down. But the 100 moving average moves pretty slow. It's pretty lackluster because, you know, it's a longer time frame. So it could be some time before we actually hit this, unless price just pushes up really, really hard. But if we, you know, price it still and we wait for this to come touch us, then we could be waiting for some time for that to come touch us. But we have an area of value sitting between, you know, 6 cent and 8 cent that is literally right above our head. We actually just barely touched it and got pushed down for Ravencoin. So if we were to go check the weekly chart for Raven and see what's actually happening for, you know, longer term, volume was increasing. It decreased a little bit for last week, but we did get a high close. We're above the close of last week, so that is a good sign too. Like I said, we ultimately still have 6 days left for the week since this week just started. So these coins, a lot of coins actually are doing very well for the week. So just keep your eyes open, guys. Try not to get too excited, because when you get too excited when times like this, because, you know, things can go up and then, you know, come right back down. You can get suckered in. So try not to get too excited for these things here. Just sit back, watch, and, you know, wait for those confirmations to give you that confluence that it is time to go to the moon. Not even to the moon, but, you know, just to higher prices. I don't like to say to the moon because that likes to, you know, give people hope that you know, things are gonna just shoot up straight up to the moon. It can happen, but I just don't like to say it. I just like to say higher prices. So guys, that is it for this video. We talked about Harmony, Luna, Cosmos, Matic, and Ravencoin today. Hope you guys found some value out of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's see if we get this video above 10 likes. Go follow me on Twitter. I'll have a link to that in the description. Also, my Discord link will be in the description if you want to join that and come talk to a bunch of like-minded people, share ideas, and just help each other, you know, learn the way of the market, or just even show people how you read the market, because we all read the market differently. So guys, with that being said, see you guys in the next one. Cryptoverse out of here.